Well, this is an interesting turn of events, isn't it?
It's not documented.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Earlier on this week, we had a guy from the DOJ file a briefing stating that suppressors are not protected arms. And the community was in what?
Arms.
Was in an uproar over that, which they should be. When I talked to Rich earlier on about this, and I mentioned it on John Crump Live, which you can follow John Crump Live over at Rumble, and we will be having Jordan Vinero on today. What was interesting about it is that I heard from sources inside the DOJ that no one was aware that this guy was going to file this.
All right, so this guy was a Republican judge?
Republican attorney. Yeah. So
attorney, thank you.
Yeah, so basically what I was told is that they were blindsided by this move. And we talked about that on John Crump Live. How like my sources are like saying the Justice Department was blindsided, they weren't too happy about it, and all that. Now, today we found out, thanks to a leak by GOA, that the DOJ, which freaking shared my article, one of my articles today, which was kind of weird. Like Pam Bondi's chief of staff shared my article, which means Pam Bondi
retweeted or
shared it on Twitter.
Nice.
Pam Bondi and her chief of staff shared my article on Twitter, which was kind of weird. But it looks like they are reconsidering the position that suppressors are not protected arms.
Meaning that they're saying
they're probably going to pull their briefing where they argue that suppressors aren't protected arms.
So by Pam Bondi saying suppressors are protected arms, meaning they're protected by the Second Amendment.
Correct.
So this is just to make it clear as mud. The GCA and the NFA say that suppressors are firearms. Now, we all know it's not a gun, but as a quote-unquote, the law saying it's a firearm, that means the ATF gets to regulate it, and also that it's a firearm, that it has Second Amendment protections.
Correct. So this is from the Peterson case.
Now, the court is still hearing the case? Where is...
Yeah, well, it's going up for en banc. The government said, don't give this en banc because they said that, but...
Now, the Trump DOJ or Biden DOJ?
The Trump DOJ said, don't give this an en banc hearing.
Okay.
Because the 3-judge panel rules suppressors aren't protected.
Okay.
But now they're saying, well, can we just hold on for 30 days? Because we might be changing our minds here.
All right, so it's not cut in stone, but it's kind of a head fake to like, hey, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and they've already been in contact with Peterson's lawyers.
Okay, so this is all but the writing on the wall.
Yeah,
it's slam dunk. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So this is definitely interesting.
Indeed. So very cool. All right. So hey, and again, I'm cautiously optimistic with Pam Bondi. If she starts getting things right and heading in the right direction, I'm cool. But I don't want to G23, I'm not where you are. And don't get me wrong, as Florida AG, the only important test in my mind, she failed. So she was for red flag laws, which is not part of the Constitution and legitimate search and seizure. That's pre-crime BS that they make movies about.
Correct. Correct.
Shall not be infringed. Amen, brother. Amen.
Yeah, and let me just show you guys this really quick here. This is Pam Bondi's chief of staff here. Apparently, he likes what I wrote. He shared my post and wrote, "Let's go."
Heck yeah. Okay, so that was your post about the chief counsel at the ATF, who I just did a live and I equated it to the head of the Department of Motor Vehicles having a top fuel dragster.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So this guy is as pro 2A as humanly possible.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting, but we'll see. What? No. There's the person aren't free. They try to argue that they could be banned by any reason because they're not protected by the Second Amendment. Now they're going back to saying, well, yeah, I guess they are protected by the Second Amendment. So I wouldn't say this is a win. It's
a correction,
returning to what it should be.
Dude, G23, I'd hate to have you as my boss. And I'm with you. I understand the feeling. I'm like, hey, I think we've been used to just the total shock and awe of winning from Donald Trump for the first, 50 days now, 60 days?
Yeah, but I don't think she missed the deadline. She got an extension the first time, and I think she turned it in.
Okay.
Because remember, it's 30. It was 2. Yeah, I'm not live on Rumble right now, but it was 30 days to turn it into the White House, not to release it to the public.
Mm-hmm.
The chances are they have it right now. So I believe that they probably do have it. And I see the shuttering of the CDC's gun violence prevention thing, the hiring of the attorney at the ATF, the new attorney at the ATF, the restoration of the possible restoration of rights for people who've lost them, gun rights, people who've lost them. I think those are all part of the actual document, the actual guidelines that she turned in.
So in a lot of employment issues, you give people 90 days to get up to speed. And look, I don't know if Pam Bondi's been in for 30, 60 days. She hasn't been in for 90 days. I can tell you that. Happy to give her another 30 days. Not like I have a decision, but as far as my opinion before I cast judgment.
And
what are we buying?
A M240B transferable.
Is that the one? That's the one. That's the only one, right?
Yeah.
So tell the story behind this, because this is fun.
No, you go ahead, tell it. Somebody got to get out of here.
So this guy sent in the paperwork.
You have 2 minutes.
He sent in the paperwork to register this as a machine gun, and they accepted it. So somebody at the ATF either knew what they were doing or had no idea what they were doing, and made that the world's only transferable M240.
Yeah. It's estimated to go between 375 and 475.
That's it? I'm figuring it being the only one on the planet would make it more valuable.
Wait. That's the estimated price that it's going to go for.
See, I'm thinking that's $1 million gun.
Well, we'll see. Well, we're going to get out of here. I got stuff to do. I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw all this. And with that, we are out of here. Yeah, there's one. There's one M240 transferable, and that's it. So there you go. And with that, we're out of here.